New details tonight on the tense argument in the Oval Office.
But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing.
President Donald Trump getting agitated with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, derailing a deal that was set to be signed this afternoon. The two leaders clashing in Washington, D.C. as the world watched live.
And tonight, both Trump and Zelenskyy speaking out after their fight. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us live with reaction from our Nebraska representatives. Mackenzie.
Yeah, there's been mixed emotions among lawmakers, with Congressman Mike Flood saying Zelenskyy's approach was, quote, disrespectful to President Trump and undermines the goal of bringing peace. But in a comment on X today, Representative Don Bacon disagreeing with Trump's actions, writing that talking down to a foreign leader in the White House is not respectful either. Let's take a look at the turn of events in the Oval Office today.
You have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
playing cards. You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy set to meet Friday to discuss a deal that would give the U.S. greater access to rare minerals in Ukraine in exchange for our help in the war. But the leaders descending into disagreement, with Zelenskyy departing early and the mineral deal put on the back burner. A Ukrainian ambassador seen with her head in her hands as the two leaders talked over each other. Hours later, the Ukrainian president speaking out on Fox News, saying he regrets having the argument in such a public way, but he believes the situation can be salvaged.
It's relations more than two presidents. It's the historical relations, strong relations between our people. And that's why I always began with to thank your people, from our people.
Trump saying to reporters that Zelenskyy can return to the White House when he's ready for peace.
He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace.
I spoke with a Lincoln man today who's from Ukraine. He says all of this fighting is taking away from what's really important.
It's very hard when you're calling your parents and hear my wife's parents and hear the missile attacks on the phone and see the everyday news that my city was attacked again. We got no agreement, no nothing. Now we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going to be tomorrow. It's hard because the United States is the biggest ally we have.
But some holding out hope for a resolution. Senator Pete Ricketts saying any negotiation to end a 3-year conflict is never easy and will always spark emotions. If anyone can get Ukraine and Russia to the negotiating table, it is President Trump. We need to let him work his process. Reporting live from the newsroom, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.